Here we are with Boston butt, which is a little bit of a misnomer, but also not, because it is not actually from the butt. It is from the shoulder. The primal cut of the shoulder is the Boston butt and the picnic ham, which is got a really like sinewy skin kind of cover on it. This is higher up on the shoulder than the ham. It comes from the front, and then below the picnic is the hock. So this is actually the shoulder. The reason why it's called the Boston butt is because back in the olden days in New England, what the butchers would do is take the kind of cheaper pieces of meat and pork, and they would throw them into containers called butts. So that's how it got the name Boston butt. And this is the ultimate for smoking. What we're going to do today is smoke this slow and low, and we're going to put a nice rub on top of it, and then occasionally what I'm going to do is spray it with a little bit of a vinegar mixture that I have. Right here is the bone. You can see the bone in here. And then this side, so if you're ever looking at it and you ever hear about the money muscle is this piece over here. And this is the bone side. I mean, it's all delicious, but this is the money muscle. So if you're a competitive barbecue and you're going to put some pork in front of some judges, this is the piece that you're going to use. You can see that this side has a lot. See that little piece right here, and then there's this marbling over on this side. A great way to tell is you can see these kind of like almost like different chambers. That's how you can tell that this is the money muscle. So that's the piece. If your mother-in-law is coming over for dinner and you want to impress her, then give her this piece. I guess if you don't like your mother-in-law, then you can give her this piece. But whatever you want to do. This is the ultimate for me when I cook. I love to slow cook this stuff. Different variations of this. You can wrap it up Yucatan style. Put a wet rub on it. Wrap it up in a banana leaf and smoke it that way. A lot of cultures will put a wet rub on it, let it sit for a few days, and then they're going to slow cook it out. It forms a really nice crust on it. We're going to do kind of a standard American barbecue style, and rub it and smoke it and hit it with a little bit of a vinegar mixture. Usually let this sit out at room temp for about an hour. You don't want it too cold going into the smoker. We slow smoke this. It depends on the size. I'm going to do a few of these today. I'm going to use probes so I can check the temps, but I mean, sticking a fork in and checking the doneness, that's definitely the way you want to do it. When you put a fork in, again, you don't want to hit the money muscle, because this is going to be the most tender part of the pork. You want to kind of put it closer to the bone. When I put probes in, I put them closer to the bone, and it turns out to be a beautiful piece of meat. So, also, chef's bonus, this is the piece that you want to rip off and eat, because that's going to be the best tasting part. And we're ready to go outside. My pellets over here. So I'm going to try out, I used the maple bourbon, but I want to try out these cherry rum. Sounds good for the pork shoulder. I know some people like different pellet flavors for different things. I like to have fruity woods for pork, and usually chicken. I go a little bit hardier, but this is an experiment. But I'm looking forward to. I love cherry wood to smoke with anyway, and I think this is going to be a great combination. So, if you guys are interested, so this is it. That's it. There we go. Can you see that? There we go. It's at Walmart. I've used a couple of theirs. I really like the maple bourbon. That's what I've been smoking with the chicken wings. I did those last time, and the reverse here. So we'll try it out. I can hear that fan going, hear the auger going. Take this time to make sure the grill is fully cleaned up. Like I said last time when I was cooking, you want to make sure the grates are nice and clean like I did with the ribs so things don't stick to them. Flip that up. All right, so that's starting to smoke. Let that close, let that heat up. Come back in a couple minutes. All right, so while this is getting nice and smoky, I actually want to take advantage of that. Even though the grill's not quite up to temp, I've got 3 pork butts. Probably hear that fan cranking right now. But I want to take advantage of all this wonderful, beautiful cherry smokiness. This is starting to heat up. It's what have we got? 114. Let me get my probes going. I usually go, if I have 3 like this, what I'm going to do is, this is my biggest guy, and I want to go bone end on the big guy. Come on, baby. There we go. There's that one, and then I'll go for the small guy too. So I have the big butt and the small butt. They're obviously going to be cooked at different times, ready at different times. Looks like this is the small guy over here. Dead center on that, just hit the bone. So I got 1-2 probe. Alright, so I am connected to the app right now. Last time what I did was I had timers that I set myself. I realize now there's a tap to program, so I can go tap to program, and then, where is it? I can set the food by type or doneness. I can do a manual temp, so I'm going to try this with a by doneness. I'm going to go to pork, go to shoulder. It says target temp 195, sounds good to me, so let's start that up and see how it goes. And then I'm wondering if I can do 2 different ones. I actually can. So same thing. I'm going to set a manual temp on this one. Let's say, yeah, I'll do this. I'll do 190 on this. So I want to kind of play with these and see how it works out. But pretty cool little feature, trying out different things. We'll come back and check in a little bit. All right, we're back. Look at those beauties. All right, I have this mixture of vinegar and water, and I actually put a little bit of blueberry maple syrup in it. A little sweet and sour. Take these, turn them. My handy dandy meat fork. These all lined up. Alright. I'll be doing that now on and off for the next, every 30-45 minutes until I hit that internal temp. Right now I'm at 143 on the big guy, and I'm sorry, 143 on the little guy, 128 on the big guy. So probably still gonna have like another hour to an hour and a half. Check my pellets out, make sure I'm looking good. Yeah, tons of pellets, but looking good, smelling good. You really get that cherry smoke burn going on in there. Smells great. So come back and check it out.
You don't have to lose the aluminum foil like I did with the rib. So this is one of those pork butts that we wrapped up. That's beautiful, look at that. So I'm just going to I just want to tear apart. I'm just going to take some of this apart because I want to make some carnitas with this. So I'm going to use these claws. You see how tender that is? Just pulling right apart.